10 hilarious kids who beat the system. Then we have Legos. We all know the worst thing about being a kid is your parents getting mad. One young boy who was in trouble took precautions that meant he was untouchable. You see, he scattered his Lego pieces all over his bedroom floor to make the ultimate booby trap, but it sure does hurt to step on a Lego brick. So seeing as this kid has put Legos all over his room, he's made a barrier between him and his parents so they can't punish him.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man, that wouldn't have worked on my black mom. That would have had just made her even madder if I would have put Legos or nails all over the floor. Man, whatever whooping I was going to get, increase that by time 10, okay? And my dude, you still gonna have to come out the room, okay? It doesn't matter. You gonna have to eat, use the bathroom, and guess what? Your mom gonna be staying right by that door, waiting on you. Just take the pain and let it be gone.
Stuff is confiscated. A few years back, one kid named Schneider got his phone confiscated after using it in class. Seeing as kids can't go along without checking their phone, you can see why this would be a problem. The kid wanted his phone back, but his teacher said his mom would have to come in and collect it so she could hear what he was doing. Now this would also be a problem, as his mom would be mad if she knew he got his phone confiscated.
True!
So, this kid beat the system by dressing up as his own mom and trying to get his phone back from his teacher. And the most surprising thing is, the teacher actually believed the disguise and gave him his phone back.
What? Man, either the teacher didn't meet his mom during homecoming, or the teacher respect the dedication. She was probably like, you know what? I respect that he was willing to put on a dress just to look like his mom. You know, I could tell that's not his mom, that's him, but you know what? I respect it. You know what? Here's the phone. You earn it, you know? Because teacher, if you thought that was his mom, literally, you dumb. You do not deserve to be a teacher, okay?
They bought it.
Next up is player. When I say player, what do you picture? It sounds crazy, but it seems like some kids who haven't even reached middle school yet are already breaking hearts. This photo was taken at a preschool and shows a little boy and a little girl hugging. They're obviously boyfriend and girlfriend, but if you look to the right, you can see the boys to another girl's. Did this kid really get caught cheating in a preschool class? Some older people who cheat could learn a thing or two from this kid, as he seems like a master finesser. The girl he's hugging has no idea he's secretly holding hands with another girl right behind her. Next up is Grabber. One of the worst arcade games that no one likes is those grabbing machines.
Oh God!
The kid decided to beat the system and take action. After losing her money on this lame grabber machine, she didn't win any prizes and was not happy. But she was determined to get the giant stuffed panda, so she crawled inside the machine. The arcade supervisor spotted her inside the machine and was very mad. But the girl simply didn't care and said she needed to get the panda prize she was trying to win. She succeeded in doing this in the end, which is pretty impressive. It definitely...
Dude, guys, claw machine is a straight up scam. You was better off going to Walmart to get you a stuffed animal. Guys, I lost so much money trying to get me a stuffed animal from a claw machine. And I failed every goddamn time, okay? It used to always grab the animal, then drop. I'd be so frustrated. I always wanted to like crawl into a claw machine or put my hands in the claw machine to get the prize. But I was always scared because I was like, what if I get stuck? So I never tried.
Next up is football. One of the worst things about being a kid is tests. One smart kid decided to use a few sneaky tricks in order to get the right test answer. The question was, which is the best estimate for the length of a football? The answers were 1 foot, 4 feet, 5 feet, or 8 feet. Now, either the kid wasn't sure or he just didn't feel like answering this dumb question. So instead, he filled in 1 foot and then added ball onto the end of the word, making 1 football. Now, 1 football would be the length of 1 football, so the teacher really can't complain. Next up is fishy. His teacher at his school in Japan told the entire class to bring in a fish to observe. This meant the kids had to go out and pay for a fish just to bring into class to look at. However, one kid either didn't want to spend his money on a fish or perhaps he just forgot to do it. So instead he simply bought in a fish from his refrigerator. While the rest of the kids had to spend their cash buying goldfish.
That's smart!
This kid simply beat the system and did something different. It sure beats the other kid sitting across from him who bought in nothing. And if his teacher complains, he could simply say he did exactly what she said by bringing in a fish. Oh, next up is outside. One kid was grounded by his parents and they told him not to set foot outside. Now, for most kids, this means they wouldn't be able to enjoy the sun and would have to stay indoors. But this crafty kid found a way to avoid being totally grounded by sticking all of his body out of the door but leaving his feet in the house.
That's
you
smart!
See, his parents said don't set a foot outside, so I guess every other body part is fair game. His dad took this photo of him and posted it to Reddit. Next up is true or false. This is another kid who beat the system when it comes to a test at school. One kid had to do a true or false test in school one day. However, he must have not been very hot on the topic, or maybe didn't study. Well, if you're crafty enough, then this isn't a problem. He simply wrote a hybrid of true and false for each answer. The T
that's
the
smart!
looks like an A, the U looks like a U and an S, and the E is the same on both words. His teacher posted this online when she found it on his test sheet, and it went viral. This has actually worked for some other kids who tried it out, but that was on a single answer, not the entire test. Next up is tablet. As kids, we all have to contend with house rules. For example, this kid's not allowed to use his tablet in the kitchen as he may spill food or drink on it. But he's also not allowed food or drink in the living room, as food or drink may be spilled on the rug or the sofas. So, to get around this, the kid simply hangs out in between the kitchen and the lounge. He puts his tablet down on the rug of the lounge and keeps his food and drink on the floor of the kitchen. Next up is playing outside. One kid was playing a game on his computer too much and was always cooped up indoors. So his parents told him to go outside and play. He went outside and they probably assumed he went out for a bike ride or to play football outside. But minutes later his mom looked out the window and saw he was literally playing outside. This is another kid who took instructions.
I ain't gonna lie. Dude, I used to do the same thing. I used to have my PS Vita, right? I used to be on that sucker all day, never outside. My mom got sick of it. She like, you know what? You gotta go outside. All you do is be on that game. Dude, you know what I did? I took the PS Vita game with me, and I was playing outside. Oh man, my mom got heated. She took the game from me, and she like, you know what? Since you wanna be on that crap, you know what? You can't play the game for 1 week. I'm like, no. Oh, I was so mad, but hey,